Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Vanilla Soup, and today we're going to be talking about the future between Microsoft and Nintendo, and more specifically, what that means for Halo. But before we get into it, just remember that this is going to be a fun rumor roundup video. I don't really want you to think that I'm stating facts here, because I don't even think I'm stating facts, but I'm thinking I'm stating like 99% likelihoods. There is just a lot going on between Xbox and Nintendo, and I think it's about time we talk about it here on the channel. So without further ado, if you enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like on the video. It does help out the channel a lot, and if you're new, consider subscribing as well. So the first area I want to tackle on this video is actually a picture roundup of things that we've seen allude to the fact that Nintendo and Microsoft are indeed doing something behind the scenes. First off, we have this picture of Phil Spencer at the AI and Gaming Research Summit. This picture was at his home. You know, everyone's still working at home with the ongoing pandemic, and you can see that there's a lot to draw on from the background of this photo. Now, I know this might seem like a tinfoil hat kind of moment where we're looking at the background of videos and in screenshots to see if there's anything we could divulge, but that's going to be a common theme in this picture roundup because there's been precedent for this before. You see, way back before the Xbox Series S was even announced, Phil Spencer actually had an Xbox Series S in the background of that stream, so he's done this before. So I do think there's precedent for this and some room to kind of look at the background of these videos and streams and to just really see if there's anything that they offer. Of course, Phil Spencer is a lover of games first and foremost. He goes on about that a lot. So this all very well may be just the natural background of his office, but it's really not. And you can see on that shelf, there's also a figure from Kojima Studios there. And I think that's a really big key indicator of this might have some credit to it. And another thing I want to focus on with this picture, that there is so much content in the background there, but why is the Switch so awkwardly positioned? I don't know a single person that displays their Switch like that just to chill. I don't know anyone that's putting a Switch standing up with its kickstand ready to display to the world, especially when you're Phil Spencer. I think if it's positioned like that, it has a reason to be positioned like that. It's a tease. I can't get that out of my head. Okay, so you're saying to me now, well, Soup, it could just be framing. He might just like the way it looks aesthetically. Okay, I'll give you that. But how about this one? This picture was taken from the Xbox GameStack stream about a month ago, and we've seen this make its rounds around the internet before. The background here is very selective. There are only a few things that you could choose from for this on-set production. This is an official Xbox live stream, and they're putting effort into every single detail of its production. So why on earth would they include a Nintendo Switch? It wouldn't really make sense to include anything from another company unless if there was some things going on behind the scenes. I don't see a PlayStation up there. Heck, I don't even see a PC in the background, which is Microsoft's territory as well. And you know what? If I'm wrong on all this, I'm wrong on it. Whatever. It's still fun to speculate. And the last picture I want to talk about here is the Halo official Instagram account posting this on their Instagram page. Now, this picture is a repost from the artist Pika Thorchu, which, I mean, their name is already known for like collaborating different franchises. And Xbox and 343 have gone out of their way to bolster the community with praise and kind of make everyone feel like their artwork is contributing to the overall community. So it makes sense that they would do something like this. Also, I do want to say it's really good art, so big props to them. So I don't think fan art is inherently weird or out of the norm for them to share. They've done it before. Heck, they have a blog post that features the community of the Halo Spotlight. But this photo in general just kind of strikes me a little bit differently. Of course, the very obvious is that this is a direct Halo representation. Mario as Master Chief, Bowser as Arbiter, Cortana as Peach. All these things are just tying each other to each other's franchise. But rarely do you see Donkey Kong, Mario, and Bowser in the same game without it being some sort of party game. And I know now we're kind of getting into Mario lore, and it is what it is. But there's a few party games where all these characters come together. Mario Party, all the sports games, and Super Smash Brothers. I don't see Master Chief being included in Mario Party or any of the sports games. I mean, I'll take it. I think that'd be funny, but I really do think that the Halo page is sharing this because they are teasing us. There is just so much going on here. If it was just one of these photos, then Okay, that's fine. But there are so many consistencies and so many threads that tie all of these pictures and streams together that suggest something bigger is going on. All right, so let's get into what I think is going on. Yes, of course, I think we're being teased, but let's get into what I think they are teasing. First, and I think the most likely, is that Master Chief is indeed coming to Smash Bros. Ultimate. I have wanted Chief for a long time. Heck, I've wanted Banjo and Chief both. I got Banjo. If I get Master Chief as well in Smash, I may just lose it. This shelf behind me might come down. I think his moves for Smash would just be handed to Nintendo and the development team on a silver platter. There are so many things that Master Chief has within the Halo sandbox that would aid to a great moveset and a very fun and creative one as well. I can see assassinations from the Halo series making their way over to throws. I could see the grapple shot from Halo Infinite making its way into Smash as a way to help Master Chief recover back onto the stage. There are just so many opportunities, and I think it's perfect. After all, Smash Bros. Has really become a celebration of all video games, and I think Master Chief belongs in the area where all video games are celebrated. Now, if he doesn't make it into Smash, I think there's several other options of things that might happen as well. You see, the second most likely thing I think would happen is Nintendo 64 Rare Replay. You see, a lot of people would love the opportunity to play Banjo-Kazooie, Donkey Kong 64, Conker on the Switch. And yes, Banjo-Kazooie is a part of Rare Replay on Xbox, and Xbox Game Pass offers you the option to stream your games. So having Banjo-Kazooie on the go is already kind of a thing. So I can see where Microsoft and Xbox might not really see a point of putting Banjo-Kazooie on the Switch, but I think that's obvious sales, and we know with companies, money talks. And there are a few games that got left out of Rare Replay originally, namely Donkey Kong 64, Diddy Kong Racing. Those games would be at home and thriving on the Nintendo Switch as well. I would love the opportunity to revisit those games in a higher definition on a modern console. Another thing that could possibly be going on here is a small Game Pass selection making its way onto the Switch. This would introduce a lot of players to the Xbox ecosystem. Xbox has shown that they don't really care if you buy their console or not, as long as you're in their ecosystem. Of course, in the end, they won't be upset if you go out and buy a console, but they see more value in you buying their games rather than their console. Hence why they've made Game Pass with xCloud available on the phone. You don't even have to own an Xbox to play a lot of the Xbox games. If Game Pass isn't coming over in its entirety, then maybe the MCC. I would love to play the classic Halos on the Nintendo Switch natively. Well, that's it for today, guys. I really hope you enjoy this rumor roundup and this speculation. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'm really eager to hear it. What do you think is the most likely thing to happen here? Do you think anything is happening at all? I'm really curious to hear your thoughts. Remember that you can always find me streaming Halo and other games on Wednesdays and Fridays. Link to my Twitch channel is in the description below. But you guys have yourself a good one, and until next time, I'll see you online. Vanilla Soup, out.